Hey, wait a minute. The female razors are more expensive than the male razors. Well, that's just a scam, dude. That's just a scam, you know what? If I buy the men's razors, nobody's gonna notice. I'm just gonna walk to the register and I'm gonna say I'm buying it for my husband. And then I'm gonna go use them on myself. And I could be using razors for men, but I'm still a girl. I'm still a woman, yeah. Yeah.
Hey everybody, Ray Ripley's using razors for men because she's a man. Get it?
So, right. James Romero releases a video. He, just like everybody else, starts bashing the fans. You know, the fans, the sickos are to blame. You know, basically, we're losers. And to be fair, he said he thinks it's the AW fanboys, the sickos, right? And he says that he doesn't say it's all fans. He says it's like a particular, just like a small group of fans. So he didn't say he's blaming all the fans. But still, the easy part, the easy way, it's always to blame the fans. Oh, it's you men, you fans. It's never that you can have a controversial opinion and say, you know what, she kind of fucked up. The girls are kind of to blame. Harley kind of fucked up. You know, they can take the criticism. Nobody was threatened. Nobody was talking about killing Harley Cameron. Some people said, man, she should be fired for this. Some people said they should strip them of the belts for this, you know, because they endangered. They move out the way when they should have caught Penelope. And regardless of how right that is or not, the things that were said to Harley Cameron were criticism. It's not like when I joke about kidnapping Ray Ripley, talking about putting blocks of cheddar cheese in her butt. Okay, that's disgusting. Okay, but the things who were said to Harley Cameron were not, I'm coming to kidnap you, I'm coming inside the house, I will kidnap you. The things were like, man, she should get fired for this. Okay. And I think Harley can take a little criticism, you know, without deleting her Twitter. It's like, you know, you fucked up. It's not the end of the world. You're not an evil piece of shit like John Cena that actually bullies his co-workers, makes them get drunk and tries to bully them to get them fired like he did to, what's his name? The black warrior, Otanga, right? So nobody's saying Harley Cameron, she was not caught being like a psychotic piece of shit bullying her coworker. She just kind of fucked up, and it happens. And when you fuck up, some of the fans are gonna be angry for a few days. They're gonna be like, man, Harley, you suck, you gotta do better. And that's it. You're gonna get a couple of days of fans kind of hating on you, but nobody's talking about killing you, okay? But anyway, you know, she's a woman. She couldn't take all the hate. She decided to delete her Twitter temporarily, okay? Happens, okay? Nobody's like seriously blaming her. She's one of my favorites. She's probably the funniest woman in wrestling, okay? I regularly tag her when I make fun of Ray Ripley. I tag Harley Cameron so she can laugh at my jokes, okay? But this is not about Harley Cameron. This is about taking the easy way, okay? This is about taking the easy way and being like, the girls did nothing wrong. They never do anything wrong. It's always the fans, those virgins, those losers, the wrestling fans. It's like, bro, it's the wrestling fans who are your viewers. Okay, so you're insulting your viewers. And James Romero is well spoken, so he didn't really say that. Okay, he's not like 100% bashing the fans, but he got the wrong idea, because from what I saw, it wasn't the AW fans. It wasn't us who were being super mean to Harley Cameron. It was the WWE fanboys, the feds, the psychopaths who want to bash AW for every little mistake. Those were the ones bullying Harley Cameron. The crazy WWE fans who watch the ratings and they hate on AW, those were the bullies. Okay, we, the AW fanboys, were like, man, Harley, you fucked up. You gotta do better. You gotta catch Penelope. Don't just fucking let her fall off the ground. That was kind of, shitty. You gotta train these stuff, so you can, find a way where you don't fucking let yourself get hurt. Okay. But I'm pretty sure we're not gonna ask for Harley Cameron to get fired. Okay, you just work on the problem, you train, and you make sure it doesn't happen. So because you would expect her to catch you, so you don't get hurt when you're in that spot, right? And we just make sure it doesn't happen again. Nobody is calling for a witch hunt. However, it's easy for any wrestling reporter to shit on the fans, to always take the side against the fans and be like, oh, you guys, the fans are always... It's the easy way. You look good. You look like the good guy. I'm taking a stance against these psychotic fans. They're all psychotic. They're sending Ray Ripley cum jars. They're all psychopaths. And it's like, dude, come on, okay? We're not like the Liv Morgan Roxanne Perez guy that came with a rifle saying that he was going to kill her. Okay? I might make some creepy Ray Ripley jokes, and she knows I'm just an asshole, okay? But always taking a stance against the fans, you are insulting your own fan base, because, again, he didn't say all fans, he said a small section of fans, okay? So I'm not really blaming him. But it's the easy way. You could just say it like it is. You could just say, the girls fucked up, Harley Cameron fucked up, that wasn't nice, it's not the end of the world, luckily she wasn't really hurt, Penelope, but it was kind of a dick move. Maybe Penelope was also to blame for trying something so dangerous, and the girl didn't practice enough, and they were scared, and they moved at the last second. And both of them were supposed to kind of catch her in the middle, so she kind of falls here, and they fall back, and they kind of absorb some of the blow together, right? But they got fucked up. They move out of the way. Maybe Penelope was jumping straight towards Harley, so she got scared in the last seconds. It happens. It happens. You don't want her to fall on top of you, just in your face. You want to kind of move out the way. But anyway, it's easy for any reporter to take the side of the lesbians and the side of the fans are all losers. I'm taking the safe side. I'm taking the women's side. Because if Romero says the girls fucked up, Harley Cameron fucked up, all the Rhea Ripley fangirls, the lesbians, the mentally ill, they're going to report his channel. And he's going to get a strike. So, James Romero, you could say the girls fucked up, Harley Cameron shouldn't have moved. But if you say that, all the lesbian, the Rhea Ripley, BPD, SSRI fangirls are gonna go crazy, and they're going to report your channel. So it's much easier for all the reporters, the famous YouTubers who are making money, to say, you know what, I'm gonna take the safe option. I'm gonna say that it's the fans who are weird, the fans are always wrong, all of you are virgins. I'm not a virgin, I'm taking the side of the women. It's like, Romero, I watch women's wrestling every night. I know all the girls. Ring of Honor, TNA, the Indies, okay? I know all the outfits, I know all the girls, okay? Alrighty? So, I love women. I love women. I give them compliments. However, when they do a dick move or they're kind of letting each other get hurt, you gotta at least say it. You gotta be okay. You know what, Harley, you kind of fucked up. You gotta train on this. So sometimes you can give them criticism when they're fucking doing something retarded. And it doesn't mean you're a virgin or a loser. Okay? You can have an opinion. Okay? When Rhea Ripley fangirls come and call me a fat loser and say that I'm a virgin, nobody cares. Nobody's coming to defend me. It's, oh, you gotta take it. They're just joking. You gotta take it. If the girls are bullying you, you gotta take it, right? But God forbid that somebody criticizes a woman and says, Harley, that was shit, you gotta get fired for this. Again, all the reporters gotta come to be like, you fans are virgins and you're serial killers. And say, okay, so you don't want my money. You don't want me to pay for tickets. I can never criticize anyone, right? Because if somebody criticizes me and I delete my Twitter, who's gonna talk about me? Oh, Kiro deleted his Twitter. No, nobody gives a shit. They're gonna laugh at me, right? But any woman can delete her Twitter when she gets criticized and be like, you're bullying that poor woman. You're all mean. It's a big deal. I wasn't bullying her. I only found out this morning, okay? I always say nice things about Harry Cameron. And if some guys were kind of like shit-talking her, you know what they say, turn off the internet. Fucking ignore Twitter for 3 days. Just like, okay, I'm not going to read my replies for 3 days. Let all the people who hate me calm down. Okay? She doesn't need to read it. Rhea Ripley doesn't need to read my messages when I update her on my diarrhea. Okay? When I fucking troll her. She doesn't need to read it. Of course, she chooses to read it. But my other thing with James Romero, because, James, you're kind of based. You said some really base things, so I can't really hate on you. Excuse me for playing with a syringe. I do some plant extracts, okay? Like a Tribulus terrestris tincture, so I play with needles. Not a great idea. You actually jab myself on the needle by playing too much. But what I'm saying is, I got you. You were talking about how you were telling other wrestlers how hard it is to make a YouTube channel. I gotta criticize you about that, although I don't really hate you. But it's just like a nice opinion, we should talk about it. So, some wrestlers were asking you how easy it is to make a YouTube channel. And you tell them, oh, you need to have a professional Shure microphone, you need to have a 4K camera, you need to have a studio setup, you need an editor, and that's all bullshit, right? You're lying to them, okay? It's not the Shure microphone that made you have 60,000 subscribers. It's not the 4K camera or the studio setup or the editing, because most of your videos, you're just talking to the microphone like I am right now. And unless you have the shittiest microphone ever and it's like noticeably awful, okay, you can get away with using your phone just like me. And you can see I don't have a pleasant voice like James Romero. He has a nice, pleasant British accent. I have like a like a raspy, nerdy voice, okay? But still, if you have a phone, your phone probably has a better camera and microphone than mine, okay? You can absolutely get away making videos on your phone. You don't even need to edit. You can quickly open DaVinci Resolve like I do, and you can click on the audio options, and you can kind of select an equalizer to fix your voice like I do. And it takes a few seconds. And you change the sense on your pitch a little. You increase the volume a little. You activate the AI dialogue leveler, and it literally takes 5 minutes. So you record, you upload that video on the computer, you open it with DaVinci Resolve, you quickly fix the audio to make you sound more pleasant, and maybe you add like an intro segment or whatever, right? You're not going to edit every minute of your recording, right? You're not going to edit every minute, right? And then you save it. And in a few minutes, your video is ready, you upload it on YouTube. Bada bing, bada boom, that's it. So it's easy. It's easy, and having a Shure microphone or a 4K camera, it's not going to suddenly get me subscribers. We know that very well, because I have controversial opinions. And when you have controversial opinions, YouTube is not going to let you have subscribers. They're not going to show your videos. They're going to mark your videos with a hidden code that has been exposed, by the way. They're going to mark your channel as a new, unverified channel. So you get shadow banned. You get 50 views. That's it. Okay? You can upload 1,000 videos. You're going to be getting 50 views. That's it. But when you're James Romero and you have a pleasant voice and you're always siding with the women, you're always siding with the safe opinion, right? And guess what? James, why don't you tell them about the paid subscribers and the paid views and comments? All the YouTubers do it. You want to tell me that you haven't done it in the beginning? Now, you probably don't need to do it now. You've spread, you've become famous, you don't need to do it now. But in the beginning, you bought some views, you bought some subscribers to make yourself look nice. How are people going to react when they come to my channel and I have 240 subscribers? I look like a loser. Who wants to listen to a guy with 240 subscribers, right? But you fix your hair and you have, full set of hair. Not like on the edges like me, where I'm balding, right? You have the full hair, you comb it, and you pay for some subscribers in the beginning, and that's how you get famous. And then you can talk just how you're talking, just how I'm talking, but you get a push. And if I pay for subscribers, I'm sure I'm also going to get the push and get in the algorithm if they don't shadow ban me forever, of course, right? But you don't tell the wrestlers when somebody asks you, you don't tell them, just pay for some subscribers in the beginning so you can get a push in the algorithm. You tell them, I'm famous because I bought a $1,000 microphone and you need an editor and you need a 4K camera, DSLR camera. It's like, no, you're grifting. You're grifting, my guy, just like Greg Doucette is telling people to eat blueberries. If you eat blueberries with your pancakes, you're gonna be ripped, 7% body fat. You're gonna look like me, Greg Doucette. Greg Doucette is on steroids. I'm eating more meat than him. I'm eating better than him. And, aesthetically, I look like shit compared to him. It's working. I know my forearms are as big as always. I've lost weight. I've gained muscle mass. I'm, looking better than ever. However, still, double chin, Even though I'm eating good and I'm training, I'm unemployed, I'm training every day. And Greg Doucette is on TRT and steroids. and it's easy for him to be at 9% body fat, right? However, he doesn't tell you, oh, you should take steroids, which is the truth, what he's doing. He tells you, you need to eat rice and chicken and broccoli and blueberries, and because of the blueberries, you're going to become chiseled like me. It's like, no, blueberries don't have protein. You're not gonna build the muscle with the blueberries are not the secret. You're lying to me to fuck with me, to keep me down. You're lying to me to keep me down. So when the kids ask Sam Sulek how he got so buff, and you can see the pizza face on his back. Sam Sulek has brutal acne, steroid acne on his back, very visible, you can see it. His back looks like a battlefield because of the steroids. And Sam Sulek says, I eat chalky milk, I drink chalky milk and McDonald's, and I got super buff. And it's like, yes, when you're on steroids, you can drink chalky milk and you can eat McDonald's and you're gonna gain water muscle like a chicken. You're gonna grow up like a fucking chicken without working out. Okay, you just need to kind of pump like this and your muscles just grow. And that is the actual truth. Okay, when you're on steroids, you need to only lightly work out and the muscles grow like crazy. That's why steroids are cheating. That's why it's so easy. That's why they call them steroids. You take them and you do some push-ups, you just 5 minutes, push-ups, and it's like you're suddenly way more buffer than me because you're on steroids. Okay? And you can drink chalky milk and eat McDonald's. Meanwhile, I'm cooking liver. I'm eating liver. The best of the best. Liver, meat, fish, caviar, more meat, less bread. And I still, I lost some fat, gained some muscle, but I still look, well, if you don't notice my forearms, you're not gonna really I gotta be wearing a tank top, you're gonna notice I have some muscles on my arms, but not really anything crazy. I kinda look like a chubby guy, right? So, James, when they ask you, hey man, how can I make a YouTube channel? Let's say Penelope Ford wants to make a YouTube channel. She's like, hey, James, how do I make a YouTube channel? And you can tell her, just start talking like Queen Aminata. Just start vlogging just like Queen Aminata. And pay a couple of times to get some fake subscribers and views so the algorithm can boost you, right? And then you're going to be fine. And you don't need a SHURE microphone or a DSLR camera, $2,000. But no, you want to gatekeep them. You want to, oh, it's super hard. Oh, I work so hard. You need an editor. It's like, no. I make videos every day. No DSLR, no SHURE microphone, no editor. However, YouTube is gonna shadow ban me. They keep my channel. I checked. They keep it marked as a unsafe new channel. Don't give him too much views. The channel is marked so it doesn't get a lot of views. I can climb Mount Everest. I'm not gonna get more than 50 views. It's just not gonna show the video. Okay? But if you have safe opinions, and you grift people, and you're gonna be famous. You're gonna be getting subscribers and views. YouTube is not gonna shadow ban you. But guess what? If James Romero says the girl's fucked up, Harley Cameron needs to man up and not delete her Twitter over nothing. When the Rare Prefangers report his channel for being an incel, YouTube is going to see that multiple people are reporting your channel, so they're going to shadow ban you. They're going to be, this channel, we mark it as unsafe. So if James Romero becomes too controversial, if angry fangirls report his channel, it's gonna get marked as a did this guy unsafe channel, don't give him views, you know. So I don't want to hate on James Romero. You know, James, you have some pretty based opinions. You're not like a total liar or anything. However, that part where you're saying to the other guys, oh, you need a Shure microphone, it's so hard. I know that you put in effort, but you know, I do it too. It's not like you're cleaning sewers. You're not cleaning sewers. So you know, we gotta say, yeah, you're putting effort, but why are you telling people that they need a Shure microphone and a DSLR camera and an editor? And it's like, no. We know very well. Okay? So let's keep it real. You forgot to tell them the part where you buy some fake subscribers and then the algorithm skyrockets you because it sees that you're getting views, right? So instead of buying a camera and a microphone, one will just buy subscribers and it works. But the people who are using it, they don't want you to know. They would say, oh, it doesn't work. Don't buy subscribers. It doesn't work. Don't buy. It doesn't work. Do it the honest way like me. But he's lying to your face. He didn't do it the honest way. Okay? So I'm not saying that right now he's faking it. No, now he's gotten enough algorithm exposure to actually get real views and comments. Absolutely. But let's not lie to people. Okay? You know, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.